discussion of the UK and Royals.
Okay, so we're going to do homework 3 today, but we're going to do it differently. We're going to kind of go through everything that we've done, and then I'll leave you, we'll do as many as we can, and then I'll leave you with a couple to do for your actual homework. So let's start. So the first thing that we have, we're going to write a research question using these 2 variables, cash incentives and test performance. So give me a research question that links cash incentives to test performance. Yeah.
Cash incentives can result in higher performance among students.
That is a perfect hypothesis. Let's do the research question. Say it again.
Does cash incentive?
Sure. Yeah. So we'll say will, right? Will cash incentives increase test performance? Pre or per? Per, yeah. I get confused. Question mark. Okay. Now let's make our ha, and let's not complicate this. I'm going to show you when you're doing your ha and your research question, let's just take this will and move it over here and make this a statement. You see what I'm saying? So it just looks like this. Cash incentives will increase test performance. Can somebody do the null hypothesis? That's actually a statement.
There is no relationship between cash incentives and test performance.
Perfect. So what she first said was cash incentives will not increase test performance. That's actually making a prediction, right? With the null hypothesis, we just want to simply state that there's going to be no relationship between the two, right? So there is no relationship between cash incentives and test performance. Okay, somebody give me the independent variable, the IV for short.
Cash incentives.
Perfect, cash incentives, because we think that it has the influence, right? And then what are we measuring? What's our DV?
Test performance.
Perfect. Great. Are we done?
Yeah, sorry.
Do we have a control?
We'll skip controls. How about this? Not quite done yet. We got to do something else. Just let everybody get in so that the audio can hear us. Okay, so let's do this. Now let's talk about, well, what is cash incentives? What does it mean? What do we mean when we say cash incentives? That covers a wide range of things, right? So let's specify, let's conceptualize it. So for the purposes of this research, cash incentives will be defined as Those money?
Being paid for study?
Being paid for studying? Should we specify though? Like, should we make it real specific what we mean? Like, we're linking this to test performance, so. So if, yeah, we're being paid to study, right? Because the more we study, hopefully the better grade we get, right? And the cash incentive is probably there, like making us study really hard so we can get good grades. So should we say, yeah, how much you want to give them for an A? Would $5 make you study harder?
No, 20.
I guarantee y'all be, oh, I'll take that $5. I'll get Chick-fil-A. And then when it came down to it, you'd be like, I don't really care about Chick-fil-A. I know y'all.
$40.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, will be defined as $50 for receiving A, right? Receiving an A. We gonna give anything for B's?
20.
30. 30 for
No,
those.
30 too much.
30.
30 for me. I don't think I want to get an A.
So what did we get?
25 for receiving a B? Do we give anything for C's?
No.
I could do it myself.
You guys are rough.
Okay,
10 for C's?
$5.
Chick-fil-A for that. Okay, we'll just say, and we'll say $10 for receiving a C. We're generous, right? So now that's super, super, super specific, right? So in this case, do we really need to make any indicators? Like, we've operationalized it now, right? But it's so very specific. We should say receiving a C, right, on an exam, right? On, should we say the final exam?
Overall.
On the final exam. Okay? So now we've made it so specific. Our conceptualization is so very specific that we probably don't need indicators, right? We don't need to operationalize it because we really already did inside our conceptual definition, which is great. Sometimes we can do that. Oftentimes we can't, but sometimes we can. So it's okay when you can get it really super specific like that to leave it without having to operationalize, without having to do indicators. Are we done with this one now?
Yeah.
No? What do we have to do?
Oh, yeah.
Is there another variable we need to conceptualize?
Oh, test performance.
Sure, right? So we need to specify that. So always start with for the purposes of this research, test performance is defined as, well, you know, research methods is all in the details, right? So we've already specified that we're looking at a final exam, right? So we should probably make sure that we carry that down, right? So we should probably say something like, for the purposes of this research, test performance is defined as score received on final exam. Would that take care of it? As score received on final exam. Is that pretty specific? Is it abstract? Do we need to make indicators, or is it pretty specific?
Are you looking for all of this on homework one?
So I would love for you guys on homework 3, when you take this home, I would love for you to go ahead and carry it all the way out. Yeah. Just to get the practice. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to specify which class, like which course it is? Or does it matter?
You know, you could. I mean, I would think if you were actually doing this, you would 100% specify like which course it was. But I would say that this is specific enough. It's not abstract, it's very concrete, it's very tangible. A score is a score is a score. I would not look for indicators here either. Okay, are we done with this one?
Yeah.
Now we are, yeah. Go ahead.
I have a question. So would you do this like for, if you was to do this research, would you do this like for a class that everybody was required to take for like a certain like major?
Don't get caught up in that.
Okay.
Now don't turn left on me.
Alright.
Right? Just stick to, these are just practice. Yeah. Good job, guys. Okay, really good job. So y'all are